Okay, so I thought about this for a really long time because at first I was going to drop out because there were so many people qualified. But after last year when I horrendously lost it all, I thought about, what makes Circle K. And I remember last year I used the Tetris analogy, if anybody remembers. But I thought, this year's election shouldn't be about what my qualifications are or my experience. They help, but it's not what's ultimately going to change Circle K. What ultimately is going to change Circle K is you guys. So that's why I'm not standing up here in a business suit, in a dress shirt, nothing. I'm standing here as me, because that's what you guys all know me as. Joe. Always has a jacket, always wears jeans, and has a different express shirt every day. I was just sad that I couldn't actually get the orange one. It made me. So, what are my qualifications and experience? Because I know some people are asking that. I can't really explain that. I mean, I've been in, the K family for 6 years now, almost 7. My qualifications are right there. I've seen different clubs, different members of key clubs, Circle K, even in builders club. Wow, must be, and I've seen members grow. But what I haven't seen is when a president becomes a president, they don't really do what's necessarily best for a club and its members. So instead of trying to sell you a car, or trying to sell you to vote for me, I'm going to ask, what do you want out of the president? What do you want out of me? So, in that sense, I don't really want you to say, I'm not going to vote for him, he doesn't have a platform. I want you to think, if I could make Circle K better, if I could make any club better, but especially Circle K, what would I suggest? What would you suggest to me to make Circle K better? And I will use pretty much everything I can to try to make it happen, to make it, see come through. Because, if I can't, that's pretty much what a president isn't supposed to do. It's supposed to follow the will of the people. Circle K, its members are the will of the people. So, that's really all I have for my speech. So, I know I'm completely not following time. It's getting a lot faster than I thought it would. Any other questions? Please.
Hi Joe, congrats on your nomination. As president, how do you plan to increase membership retention and motivation for the club?
How do I plan to increase membership and retention? Well, throughout this year, I realized that one of the reasons I didn't really follow as a member as much as I did the previous year was because I really didn't have enough time to schedule out work. There was all these service projects, but they were being announced too late. And I really, from how many you could choose from, there weren't, it was just kind of slim pickings. And because I had work, I couldn't really go to any of them. They were just conflicting with work schedule. The way I see to retain membership and keep morale up is just literally throw out projects, even if they're not, if they fall through. The way I see it is, if a member knows about a project, they're more likely to plan for it. If that project falls through, well, they have an open day. But if that plan falls through and we can come up with a different project, they'll have the time block to save. And with more experiences within Circle K members, like everybody's doing a community service project or everybody's doing, volunteer work. It's the aspect of there's more members together. That's where the experiences come from. That's where you retain your members. It's not through these meetings. It's through your experiences between Circle K members.
So I know you were asking us,
like some suggestions of how we can make Circle K better. But what are some of your own suggestions that you have to make Circle K better for next year?
Like I said, stated before, I really want to throw out as many projects as possible, even if they're rough drafts or not completed. I really just want members to know that there are projects coming up. If you can't make it to this one, you can try to make it to this one, or if you can't make it to this one, you can schedule for this one. Just be able to say they can attend this event if they have time. Another personal one I actually want to do is have more get-togethers, more socials. I know that it was a topic that I brought up last year as well, where family is the most important aspect of Circle K. And I still believe that to be true. But you have to have a family reunion once every while, or else you kind of forget your family. So the way I see it is more socials. If I can have more, just a few more socials, try to throw out as many projects as possible. Just try to get, Circle K as a unit, a family. This ball song.
As ex-vice president of service, I found it extremely difficult to find service projects. How do you plan on gaining and retaining more service projects?
I thought about that as well, because it's so hard to contact people, especially representatives, to try to schedule up things. That's just going to be a play-by-ear type deal. I will definitely try to find projects, but I can't give you a best answer as to how yet. It really depends on variable circumstances. I'll try to find an answer for you when I think
Now,
What?
no, sorry. I'm thinking of Josh in my head because it kind of ties in. And he says that it's hard to find projects. And I know that the board this year came up with a lot of great projects, but what I felt personally was that there's too many given out, and I didn't want to go to a project, say where it's by myself. And you say that you want to unify the club. How can you unify the club if you're throwing out so many projects at us and we're overwhelmed with it?
I suppose I kind of walked in that trap. That's true. I do want to throw out as many projects as possible, but it's to the point where I want to schedule them. I want to be able to say, it's a month in advance, and as weeks go, as time goes by, because so many projects are being dropped out, or so many projects suddenly can't be met, by the time the weekend rolls around for that particular weekend, there could be maybe 1 or 2 projects, and they're scheduled throughout different days or different time frames, where Circle K members can go to each one and do service, or to go to each one instead of volunteering. The problem with mine was, with what I had with this year was that there were so many projects lined up on the weekend, but the board, no offense to you guys made sure that it was there because you guys didn't want anybody to not go there. But that was the problem. By the time you guys told everybody, I personally couldn't go to it because my schedule was set. I couldn't talk to any of my managers to get time off. It was one of those things where I can't juggle my time. Whereas I want to be able to throw out projects, even if they're not full, a month in advance. So just to get Circle Kers aware that the project's right there. Maybe you can't make it to that project, but it's there. It's a month in advance. You can at least try to plan for it.
Once again, congratulations on your nomination.
Yeah.
One of the things to look forward to, I remember, both in terms of observing it as well as my experience, is to go to some of the larger festivals. That's one thing that I experienced firsthand. Things like the big conventions, the large-scale service projects, and whatnot. Now, one of the issues that arise that I've seen actually on both sides of the remember, is that some members may be deterred from attendance due to high costs, travel costs, registration costs. Is there something you have in plan to help out some of the members?
Yeah, I thought about that as a driver from freshman year and a driver from here. It's not even just cost; it's long, brutal hours in a car. I haven't figured out I propose the normal fundraisers, try to see where we can scrap out money, but I can't give a full answer for that yet either. just because it's kind of you have to settle into your role first.